Upcoming projects. Upcoming projects. Hello everyone, my name is Persohn. I'd like to thank you for coming to visit with me today. This is just a brief video where we're going to talk about some things on the way here. The first thing I just want to talk very quickly about before I get to my main one, the slide is a little bit about that. There's some Zettelkasten videos coming. The Zettelkasten project documentation is coming along quite nicely, and I'm learning some really interesting things which I will share with you. I'm just that busy at the moment that I'm really kind of buried in work up to my elbows, so that will wait probably until next week. There's also some diet and fasting and weight loss stuff that's in the works. We'll get to that as well. Now, a couple of months ago, a man I consider a friend, a really high-value minister, produced a couple of videos wherein he talked about his position that the Bible teaches that the earth is flat and also geostationary, and two positions I do not hold, by the way. And I said, I'm going to reply to these. And he came back and said, all right, but he's only going to reply to the theological elements, not some of the other statements, not the cosmological ones or whatever phrase he used. I thought that was a little bit unfair, because if you go making blanket statements, especially publicly, and you don't want to respond to them, I don't know. So I've had to structure the videos that I'm going to produce in the following way. There will be a group of videos starting. The first bunch will be theological videos where we talk about, does the Bible really say that the earth is flat and there's no orbital systems and so on? And I don't believe it does. We're going to talk about the firmament, what the firmament is and so on, from I believe, a much, much better approach. We'll talk about the moon. We'll talk about the movement of the heavenly bodies and so on, and some things that you might find very surprising when you say, does the Bible even support the notion that the earth is round? And I think you will find that to be very, very interesting. So that will be the first bit, to be the theological component. And then after that, there's going to be the natural or the visible, measurable component. And some things that my friend said are just so unusual. It's hard to believe that someone as bright as he is would sort of make some of those comments. And so it's like, I just don't understand. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I have recommended a significant number of my friends to listen to his broadcasts. And I've said, oh, you need to get to this podcast, man. This is a really good Bible teacher. And he is. We are on the same grounds in the same place in terms of our understanding of salvation, of God's plan for salvation, of eschatology, and so on. It's really only here where I would differ with him. And so I wouldn't actually make a public video like this, except that I've lost track of the number of people who I've said, you need to listen to this guy. So I need to come forward and make a bit of a statement and do that. So this is taking some time, and I really don't have a lot of time. I've got a couple of big work projects going, and they are high intensity, really heavy concentration projects. And so I've got to think about those. I've got to constantly keep them in my head. And then this research one on the side. So this has been a journey for me. I should start to record those videos probably in the next, I don't know, week or so. I'm going to publish them all at once. And what I'm going to do is what I think I'm going to do is to create an introduction video and then create a playlist. And I'll keep the videos down to like 10 minutes a piece or something like that. So so you can just play them one at a time or listen to them one at a time as well. It also makes it easier for me if I mess up the video. I don't have to re-record a full hour. I can just re-record that 10-minute segment. Because as I've said many times before, I do not have time to edit videos. I don't know if you know how long it takes to do that, but that's really tedious. If I can't get the video right in the first production, I just don't go on. I don't do this for a living. It's just a supplement to the other things I do on the Sunday. And if I was doing it for a living, then I would spend the money on really good editing tools, a much faster computer, spend the time. But truly, do you know how long that takes to do? It's very, very time consuming. And man, there's just too much going. Okay, so upcoming projects. We're going to be releasing a number of videos wherein we look at the fact that the Bible, in my view, does not say that the earth is flat at all, and probably indicates other things. And we're going to look at some of the points my friend made. I'll introduce him and put the links to the videos when I begin. I'm not doing that just yet. And then we're going to take from there and produce probably 5 or 6 response videos that deal with some of the non-theological things that he said that I really think need to be addressed as well. That way he can respond to the earlier ones, but I'll encourage him to have a look at the later ones as well. So there you go. That's what's coming up on my schedule. And if you just want to spare a thought, just pray that I'm able just to keep up with the stuff that's coming my way. So there you go. So this topic has been, and by the way, I hope you like the Dr. McCoy picture on the top there. The actual line from Star Trek is, he's dead, Jim. And so I had to just take an advantage of the image and paste over it. It's not flat, Jim. Come back soon. I hope you enjoy the videos when they're ready to be produced. God bless you. We'll talk again very quickly.